Alright, so obviously there's a few things going wrong here. It's not that the animation isn't working, because it is. Obviously I have to do a better job of it. That's not the issue, it's that it's not playing when I hit play. And that's really weird, because if I take this and I say, fine, this is called Tiger Walk, and then I publish it to Roblox, and I overwrite an existing piece of content that I call Tiger Walk, and I submit it, and then I take this ID, and then I come into the walk here, and I place that ID in there, and it says name walk, parent is animate. Something is awry here, and I can't quite figure out. If I hit play, and then I come down, here's character, and I go to my spider, I have animation. I have the idle animation, and I have the walking animation. So that's great. When I change to this character, the animation, first he's getting stuck first of all, but then he's not playing anything. If I go to the noob has animations, so the noob's okay. The bear doesn't have a rigging, so when I go to the bear and play the bear, I'm just the bear. Right? And then if I go and I change to the tiger, where I just put an animation, I walk over here, and then change, now I'm a tiger, but I don't have any animation either. So clearly something is wrong. There's just no animation playing here. So what am I doing wrong? So I'm looking at the spider, which does work, and the morph script, it's the same morph script underneath the spider morph as I have under the tiger morph. So there's a script there. You can see they're identical, as they should be. Now then underneath there, I have the spider model, and it is parented to spider morph. And so it has as its primary part humanoid root part. So we go down to the tiger, and it has as its parent tiger morph, and it has humanoid root part as its primary part. So I have humanoid here, and the humanoid is hip height is 5, which should be fine. If we go to the spider one, then the humanoid is same issue. It's got a hip height of 1.2, but that shouldn't affect it. His parent is spider. So looking down at our tiger humanoid, parent is tiger, so that's fine. There's an animator in there. Parent is humanoid. And if you go to here, there's an animator. The parent is humanoid. Everything else is there, similar. Then we have animate, and we have parent being tiger. It's enabled. And if we go to animate here, parent is spider. Now that's a script. So if I open that script, and I go down to open the other script, they should appear identical. So boom, boom, nothing changes. So walk anim and idle anim. Then you've got an idle and a walk. And here we have an idle and a walk, and they're spelled the same way. And the only difference is they have different IDs. So that one has that 1684, and this one has this. And we pull those IDs from here. And then you paste the IDs in there. So that's supposed to work. And then there's these anim saves. So I'm not sure what they all do. I guess that's what I was working on there. It's the keyframes for that. And then there's the prompt, which does work. The prompt is what lets you change. That's this little thing here that when you walk up to it, lets you change into the character. And clearly that is working. So I can't be really sure what's going on here. The tiger bone mesh could be some of the problem, because it's got its own animation controller. And maybe that is a problem. The parent is the spine. It has the animator. Maybe I've got to take that out. So let me try that. And then the head, if we zoom in on it, the head is sticking out a little bit. So no, it won't stick out so much. Oops. The body also sticks out, the humanoid part. And I've got these welded to the humanoid root part, which are the same thing. Well, not for the spider, it's the same thing I did with the bear, and it could have something to do with that too. So I'm really unsure, because it may be that we don't need to humanoid root part, maybe just should be in its own line, but I have these things in it. Let's try it again. I've gotten rid of the other animation controller. It was the only variable I could see that was different. Oh my, it is working. That was the problem. Look at that. Well, all right, we have success. It's a lousy animation, but I can always fix that. All right, so now all I need to do is make this is great success. I need to make an idle animation. So let's go back to our tiger, and we have the walk animation. And then for the idle, there's nothing else to load, so we're going to make a new, and we're going to call this tiger idle. And let's see, the tiger idle would be his ears twitching. Right, so let's go in here and let's put the ears, ear right, and ear, where's ear left? Ear left. Okay. So if we go to there and we say set keyframe, we go here and say add keyframe. Now if we take that ear, zoom in on the ear. That's hard to do. I guess the ears, we can kind of rotate. No, that doesn't look good. Maybe like that, maybe just a little bit. If we move the animation over. I wish I could, you know what you can do is you can use the keys, the WASD keys, to kind of zoom in on things here. I think I want to look at them from the front, and then shift there. Yeah. And now, let's see if we, oop, that's too much. Yeah, not the best bone to be using. So maybe we don't use those ears. Maybe we delete that track and delete that track. And let's find a different bone to use. What is that one? Let's see, let's go to ear right 01 and see what that does. Add keyframe, and now let's move that ear. It's a little bit better, but still, yeah, it's pretty subtle. So maybe the ears aren't going to really do it. Delete that track. Delete that track. Maybe we should just have the head for now until we figure out. I'm going to waste time here right now. Go to the head and grab the head, and then, well, that head doesn't even have a way to rotate, does it? All right, so much for that. Position rotation. Oh, that's that little thing that we had inside. That's our own head. All right, delete that keyframe. So what about, there's another head probably, which is tiger, well, the jaw. Certainly we can do the jaw. So if we take that and we add a keyframe, and then we say to the jaw, we want you to, yeah, position, let's see, rotation, in Z, no, in X, there we go, rar. So let's have the jaw come there. So now it goes rar. Let's have the rotation close there. So like he's breathing. But here let's have it, can we open it even more? Yeah. So now we have our, so let's then take this and copy it and paste it. And then let's put this on a loop and let's see what this, yeah, way too fast. So drag these over. Drag that out. Drag that out. See how long it takes to. So while he's doing that with his jaw, we can also move the head, face, I guess. And so he moves that way, and then you take this part of the face and copy it, and then let's paste it here. So I don't like the, it doesn't feel natural to me yet where that ends. He probably should turn a little bit more to the other side, and yet we're at the end now. And I don't like the way this thing doesn't let me expand on that. Like, what is it with you, Roblox? Like, why can't I just make this into as long animation as I want? Shrink it down. Do I have to? Nope. Do something with this. Do something with this. Gotta stretch it that way. Like, should make it longer. So the thing we have to do, I think, is let's go to 2 seconds here. That should, no, it's not gonna let me do it. 2, if I go 2:00, how about that? Ah, yes, okay. So now we can go to the face. Oops, the face. And turn it that way. And then again, go to the beginning frame, copy it and paste it. And then it would go. And it takes too long, so let's make that out to 2 seconds. Let's have it go nice and slowly. Now our idle animation, if we put it on loop, is, yeah. Okay. And he'd be sort of like, he'd be breathing a lot. So we're going to go in here, and they did put a nice bone, the place I got this, for his chest. And I think if we go to move, oops, that's too much. That's the spine. So I don't want the spine. What do I want? I want a bone that is, I thought there was an errant bone in here somewhere that wasn't the spine. Maybe I do have to use this. So make it look like he's breathing. So here, if we take this spine and we say that on the second keyframe, which we have to go over to, we're going to have him breathe. Ooh, no, that's too much. Too much still. Spine has position. Let's go down in Y. Whoops, I want to do that. Oopsie, 0. Position in Z. Maybe just a slight thing like that. And then copy this and put it there. And then copy this and put it here. And then copy this and put it at the end. Now he should be, yes, he's breathing. Much nicer, all right. And of course his tail would be twitching, wouldn't it? His tail would be, let's stop this here. His tail would be, if it'll even let me go back to the beginning here. What is this? Let me get rid of this. Okay. You're on this, and you're in the tail. And if you rotate the tail, and something doesn't let me, there we go. So we rotate the tail. There's the tail here. Add a keyframe here and rotate it back. So it goes like that. And then over here we rotate it again. And we can even rotate this one here. I'm sure we got a sort of nervous tail rotation here, maybe like that. And then we have to set it to whatever the beginning one was. So we will paste keyframes. Now when we look at the tiger, yeah, it's twitching way too much. So let's move this one over here and over there. See what that does. Probably don't need this keyframe here. So delete selected. It's a little flick of the tail there. It's that tail here that's creating a problem. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I gotta get rid of that. Delete selected. Bring this part of the tail over to here. That's a little better. It still ain't great, and we can obviously work on it a lot more. It's this part of the tail here too. Just to slow it down. But at least he's breathing and his tail is twitching. So we'll have to work on that another time. But then what you'd do is you'd save it, and then you would publish to Roblox and go tiger idle. And then I don't think I have an asset to write off. I'll overwrite this. No. Oh yeah, discard. Let's do that again. So the tail says tiger idle. Let's publish this to Roblox, and let's call it tiger idle and submit it, and then copy that ID, and then go into the tiger idle and go to idle here, publish that ID in there. All right. Let's save to Roblox. Let's play and see what happens. All right, so there we go. We walk over to the change character, and there he is. He's breathing. He's got some weird thing in his neck. He's standing there. Sort of, yeah, we've got our own first animation. Really lousy walk cycle, but we can fix that at least. Then we can move on to the bear. So that is pretty cool. All right, I think that we have discovered what we can do here. I think that is terrific. And then we can put in sounds and stuff, and I'll fix the neck. But yeah, to be able to look through the eyes of Big Cat, and then come over and change into a spider. And change back into a tiger. We're in business now. That is so cool. Okay, that's all we need to do for tonight. It's well after midnight. We'll fix the animations, get the bear going, bring him into Rosebud. Thanks for watching.